Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I have a very unexpected update to my collection, and that is the addition of this. Now, this is a unexpected pickup and it does come with some sacrifice. So essentially what I've done is traded in a few pieces just to acquire this. Now, the background to the Rolex GMT Master 2 Batgirl is the GMT Master 2 was something I've always wanted. Ever since I was younger, when I thought Rolex, I thought they just sub, but I always thought the two ultimates in the tier list of obtainable Rolex sports models was the Submariner and the GMT Master 2. Now in Australia, the GMT Master retails for about 17,000 Aussie dollars at the authorized dealer. Now, unfortunately, as many of you will know, some of us will be waiting, I don't know, 6-7 years on the wait list because other people always have priority over the normal simpletons, right? So 6-7 years. Look, I've been in the wait list for numerous sports models for about 7+ years now. Never got the call, whatever. I don't care about the call, and it is what it is. Now, the GMT Master, especially on a Jubilee, was something of a grail of mine, right? It's always been a grail of mine. And last week I was actually in Melbourne. So I was in Melbourne for an industry conference for work. I was there for 3 days. And it just got me thinking. All my clients were wearing really heavy pieces, right? We're talking day dates, we're talking APs, VCs. But the straw that broke the camel's back was the GMT Master 2. So a colleague of mine introduced me to his clients, and the big boss was wearing a Sprite. We actually were at the casino and I was wearing my Explorer two-tone and he was wearing the Sprite, just got it. And we did a bit of a Rolly exchange. I think the amount of Rolly exchanges I did during that conference was insane. At least 10 Rolly exchanges, right? So I was wearing my Explorer two-tone, I would give it to someone else and then they always said, oh, it's a little small, isn't it? For a Rolex, it's a little small. I'm like, well, because I got small wrist, whatever. Anywho, just got me thinking. So I researched how much a Batman is nowadays, or a Batgirl, how much just a GMT Master 2, a modern GMT Master 2, how much it is in the market. And they're not cheap. Average in Australia for a Batgirl, we're talking, I don't know, probably around 26, 27K. They're not cheap at all, man, not cheap. So I had to look at my collection and some had to go. In order for me to fund this, a few pieces had to go. And the first one was the Explorer two-tone. Now, I love the Explorer. However, in the two-tone variant, it was very hard to wear on a day-to-day basis. I really just saved it for special occasions. And even then, my heart wasn't there in times that I did wear it, right? It was a nice piece, it is. But there is a significant amount of money put into that watch for it to just be like, oh yeah, wear it every now and then kind of thing. So that was the first watch that I considered on the list to sacrifice for this. Now, secondly, is the Tudor. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I do recommend Tudor as an entry-level Swiss luxury brand for watches. And the reason for that is if you go into the secondary market or the used market for Tudors, you can get into them relatively cheap. And when you exit the Tudors, you can pretty much get your money back, really. And that's what I did with the Black Bay 54. So I got that this year, a 2024 model. I got it for under 5, so around the high 4s range, and got my money back, right? So, I know, touching on the Explorer first, I got most of my money back. I got about 90% of my money back on that. The Tudor, on the other hand, I got my money back wholeheartedly. Now, the third piece was a bit tricky because at first I was gonna trade in the Santos, but my partner was like, you know what? That's a really nice watch, don't sell it. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. And I kind of thought to myself, you know what? If I get this, I'm gonna have 3 GMTs in my collection. And that's the reason why I started looking into my Grand Seikos. Now the Miss Flake, look, full transparency, I'm gonna get slaughtered on Grand Seiko. If I end up trading or selling, I'm gonna get absolutely demolished. And the Miss Flake retailing for about 11K. I ain't gonna get 11K back. I'm not even gonna get 10K, 9K, probably not, 8K, kind of pushing it. 7's more the realistic number. So I thought, you know what? I want a Grand Seiko in my collection, and I do want a spring drive because that's what they're known for. So the other sacrifice was the SPGM 221. So it wasn't too hard of a decision to make, because the trade-in value that I got for it, and I have a relationship with the dealer I bought this off, it wasn't that bad. Like, I did get pumped a little bit, but retail for that watch is about 7,200. I got a pretty hefty discount, call it about 20% off. And from that 20%, I lost about an additional, call it 10% on top of that. So look, it wasn't too much of a hit. However, I did consider keeping it, but we're talking thousands of dollars right now, and I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I didn't want to outlay more money on watches, because I have a significant amount of money parked into my watches. We're talking probably close to 80, 90 grand, right? And I don't want to just have everything there. I want to stay liquid as well, because obviously watches is just a hobby. It's not my main life. I have a job, I have bills to pay, obviously this place here, mortgage and whatnot, and I just pulled the trigger on it, really. Now, the kicker to all this is the price was way, 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 way cheaper than what was out there, especially for the year model, which is a 2022. And the condition of it, look at this. It's in pretty great condition, other than the clasp, which has wear, which is like, whatever, right? I'm gonna wear this thing anyways. The price was significantly less, and obviously the dealer did me a few solids as well. Then that's Watch Connect. Watch Connect, actually, I bought the White Speedy off them, and it was all so last minute. I remember buying the White Speedy the same day. I was like, yo, hook us up, I want this. Boom, paid cash, got it all done, picked it up, came back home, and went on my holiday. Like, it was sick. And this one, when I reached out to Watch Connect, it was, again, last minute as well. So it was kind of like, reach out to them. I'm like, all right, this is what I want to do. Can we get it done? It's a Sunday today as well, and the boys got it done, man. Like, I'm extremely happy with the deal, and as well as the price itself made up for the losses I would have made anyway. So net, we're pretty even net, right? So that doesn't really matter to me. And if I'm net, I'm happy. Obviously, I didn't lose any money at the long run of it, so it is what it is. Now let's get down close and personal with this bad boy and show it off. Now, my wrist is 6.5 inches. If you watch my videos, you would know that. And this is what it looks like. It's not too big, it's not too small, but let's get down close and personal with it. Okay, so here's the Batgirl. As you can see, the clasp is well worn, but it doesn't really matter to me. And there it is on my 6.5 inch wrist. Now, something beautiful about getting used Rollies is that once you get them, you tend not to baby them as much anymore. I don't feel like I need to be babying this watch in general, because look at the clasp. It's done. It's already done for me, man. It's already worn in. So look, a simple polish can clean that right up. There's no dings, no scratches that are deep that I can't get it fixed, but eventually it's gonna get serviced and repaired later on. So it's not a big deal for me. So on the Jubilee bracelet, it feels pretty identical to the Datejust. It's just the clasp that's different. And the wearing experience is fantastic. It has presence on my tiny wrist, and the ability to be able to extend the Easy Link, as what I just did just then, is amazing, because my wrist tends to expand quite a lot. The lug to lug is quite manageable. It's very similar to the Grand Seiko at 48 mils, give or take. And on my wrist, 6.5 inches, 16.5 centimeters. The lugs don't flare out past the wrist. The Jubilee bracelet allows the bracelet end links to drape down the cuff. As you can see, it fits perfectly fine. And it's just a very nice watch. I remember in the casino, the client that I got introduced to was wearing the Sprite, and it just got me thinking, damn, I need myself a GMT. Now is the time to do it. And here we are. Now, So yeah, very wearable watch for people with smaller wrists. I would say it's probably on the cusp of being borderline for someone with my wrist size at 6.5 inches or 16.5 centimeters. So probably someone with a 15 centimeter circumference wrist can fit this watch here. But look, the GMT Master 2, look, this watch here, it is quite hyped up. It is, generally speaking, something that isn't a enthusiast watch, so to speak. But you know what? I really like it. And I liked it enough to get rid of 3 pieces.
Say hello to my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon! Nothing you do can stop my 3-headed beast!
To acquire this one here. So let's get back to face level to summarize this video. Okay, to summarize this video, the Batgirl has always been a grail of mine, and now I got it. The first grail actually was the Datejust Wimbledon. And last week got me thinking. I made so many connections with existing clients and potential clients at this conference, and we didn't even talk about business most of the time. We were talking about watches. Every single one of them had something different on, and we were able to connect into just that topic, just talking about watches. But the common thing that every single one of these people had was they were wearing something they truly desired. And don't get me wrong, I desired the SBGM, I desired the Tudor, the Explorer as well, I desired it. Though I felt like it was time to start hitting some grails, right? We need to start hitting some grails because life is short. One of my clients told me, look, you need to get stuff that you truly like, that you truly want. Think back to your childhood days. What car did you really want to drive? What watch did you really want to wear? You need to get those pieces because while you have your time left in this earth, you're able to spend that time on the things you truly enjoy. And I felt like, you know what? Now is the time to be able to get into these grails, because how I've built my collection over the years is saving up disposable income here and there. I might save up 5 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand, which is a lot of money, and get into pieces that way. I always thought, oh, 20 grand, 25 grand. These are going for 26, 27 in Australia. That's a lot of money. I never had the patience to save up that much to just boom, hit it in one hit. And that's the beautiful thing about watches, is that you can get them, enjoy them, get most of your money back and upgrade into something more. And I get asked this question all the time. How did I build my collection? That's exactly what I did. 7 years ago, I got myself a Speedmaster, cost about 5 grand, and then inflation happened, and I was able to flip that for way more than what I bought it for. Same with my Seamaster. Got it for about 5 grand, inflation hit, price rises increased, the whole market in general, and boom, I was able to sell that and upgrade into something more. And yes, sure, I've made some losses. In this deal, I made losses on 2 watches, the Explorer and the Grand Seiko. But that's just, it is what it is. It's part of the game. It's just money, man. Like, that's not the most important thing. Value retention isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is just getting the shit that you truly like. And that's what I did today. And it's a Sunday. And I'm not even going to be able to wear this to the office tomorrow because I work from home on Mondays. But the rest of the week, I'm probably going to be rocking this. And yeah, man. It's been a long year of watches. I think I've gone through countless watches this year. But that's just the enjoyment of it. This is a hobby of mine. I don't take this stuff too seriously. It's just for funsies, right? And that's what it should be. So anyways, that's the video. I don't want to ramble on too long. Batgirl acquired. I've got 6 pieces now. I used to have 8, but I got rid of 3, got 1. Now I'm on 6 pieces again. And I need to have a think about what I need to get next. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.